loves, welcome back to my channel, the Crafty Homebody. You may hear my coffee brewing in the background. Maybe it'll set some cozy feels. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I put together some very easy and quick journal embellishments to add to any journal, but specifically Christmas ones today because we're going to be working in my December daily as I prepare it for the month of Christmas. One of the first things, so simple. Get yourself some super large paper clips, some really cute ribbon. I got all of mine from the Dollar Tree, and make little paper clip tassels. These look adorable sticking out of your any journal, but specifically your December daily. And I move these in my journal to mark the day that I'm working on. Like, I'll move these all throughout my journal all the time. I love these. I will show you how to make one of these. These ones are actually glued together, and I only have these 3 huge paper clips. But what I can do is show you how to make the little tassel part up here on one of my smaller paper clips. These are so simple. They literally take 2 seconds. Another thing I want to show you before we actually get into like making some embellishments is that I added a little loop at the top here to be able to hang dangles. Aren't these adorable? So I handmade all of these, and I want to let you guys know too that I've made more dangles, and I'll show you, pull them out here. Not only did I make more Christmas dangles, but I also made, like, you can call these either purse charms, keychain charms. If you like this style instead of the claw clip, you could actually hang these also from your journals, but I think they're more suited for like bags, your keychains, but they're just like Christmas dangles. Aren't they stinking cute? I've just been busy making stuff. I'm going to list these. I'm going to call these ones keychain charms for Christmas. This one has a little star. I'm going to list all 4 of these in my Etsy shop. And then I made these 2, which can hang off of a journal because they have a claw clasp. Aren't they cute? Look at the little glass bead with the snowman. That is hand painted. Isn't that adorable? And then I also made this little mini one that you can hang off of your journal. These are adorable little journal charms. And then I made these 2, which has another one of those hand-painted glass beads that look like a snowman. And then this one says Merry Christmas. And I'm going to be making more of these and listing them in my Etsy shop if you're interested. But let me show you really quick. So I just found the center of my notebook. And I have it covered with washi. Maybe I can lift it up. I think I glued the washi down. I can lift it up, but I think you guys can kind of see. What I did is I just took some baker's twine. Do you see that? Looped it, glued it with the little teeny edge sticking out. Can you see that? The little teeny edge. Glued it down. You can actually feel it in there. And then to cover that so it didn't look horrible, I just glued, because you can see right here, there's the little tail of the baker's twine. I just put some washi, Christmas washi, over it so that you didn't see the baker's twine. That's all you need to do is just loop, double a piece of baker's twine and leave the tip sticking out. Just leave the tip sticking out, and that makes a loop for you to be able to attach journal charms. And then when I get to this page, that baker's twine is covered with washi, and I can probably cover that even up with a full page of like cardstock or something. But that's how you make a little loop for the top of your journals, especially when you're working in a 98-cent composition notebook. They don't come with a space to be able to hang dangles, so you have to make your own. And that's how I made my little loop to hang Christmas dangles from my notebook. Isn't it adorable? It's so stinking cute. I have some embellishments that I worked on that I'm going to show you how to create. We're going to create paperclip page flags, and page toppers. But we're gonna make these. These are absolutely adorable, adorable to add to all of your pages. So it's a paper clip, page flag, and page toppers. You can also use these on the side if you want. You can make these to look like side, like you can pop them on the sides if you'd like to, if you like that look sticking out of your journal like that. I prefer them at the top though. I always call them page toppers, but it's however you guys want, but they're super easy to make and they add just so much beauty to your page. And then I bought these. I love these dangles. Oh, they're so stinking cute. But I got these little, they're metal, they're supposed to be like gift tags. I found these at the Dollar Tree and they were gingerbread men. One says Noel and it's Santa. This one's my favorite and the little girl. And I am looking at these and I think I'm going to try to make these into a journal charm to hang off the side with these. So I'm going to try to do that in this video as well and show you guys how easy it is to take like these little simple things that you can find at the Dollar Tree and make them into adorable charms for your journal. So I had to go get myself my cup of coffee. Okay, so let's get busy. I added, aren't they adorable? Okay, so I'm going to take out these guys out of my December daily so that you guys can have a visual, and I'm going to set my December daily aside and we're going to get busy. I think the first thing we're going to make is one of these adorable little paper page flags. They're so simple, they're so cute. And in all of my videos, this December daily series that I've been doing, I've been telling you guys, keep your scraps. This is the perfect reason why. All of your scraps can be used to make these. And it's so much fun. So I have some sitting already aside of silver, and I have colored, and I think I'm going to do, like, I think white would look great for Christmas. So we'll get one of these little white ones. I don't think I'm going to make this many in this video. I'm only going to show you one, but I'm going to make quite a few of these because I'm actually going to list some of these in my, oh, even these brownish looking ones will be great because like gingerbread, right? I'm actually going to list some of these journal embellishments in my Etsy shop if you're interested, but we're only going to make one in the video today just so you can see how. But I'm going to use colored paper clips. So let's go through, like, this is some of my smaller scrap paper. Let's see which one would look super cute. We already did a green one, so what about like this? What about maybe we should do snowflakes. Let's do snowflakes. Let's do something a little different, and we'll use a red paper clip. So this is my, oh, let me move you guys back a little bit. There we go. So this is my paper clip. So what we want to do, where's my, I'll just grab anything at this point so you guys can kind of see. I don't need my actual December daily. You want to make sure you put your banner on the side where this is going to clip on. See how that won't clip on to the side? So you want to turn this over and make sure that your paper clip is lined up like that. The next thing to do is go in and measure how large. So we need to take this down just a little tiny bit because this is too big. So let's go in and do that super quick. Take this down a little bit. Let's see, I would say about there. About like a 1/4 of an inch maybe. I don't want it too short, but I think that's perfect. Okay, let's see. A little tiny bit more. Just a tiny bit more. Okay, that should be absolute perfect. That should be perfection. And then let's see, when we fold that, that's gonna be way too long. So let's take a little tiny bit off. Save your scraps. I don't care how little they are. This is cute. Save your scraps. It's my biggest tip. Save your scraps. Okay. So again, let's make sure you know that your paper clip slides on. And then you're going to take your scrap paper. You're going to stick it in there. You're going to pull to about where you think the middle is. And then you're going to line up the paper just like this. Okay, and then you're going to crease it. Alrighty. And then remember, you want that to be able to slide in, okay? So I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to glue this down. Okay. Glue, 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 glue. All right, and I can see, like, for whatever reason, looks like one side was a little bit bigger than the other. So we're just gonna trim that so that you can't see that. Okay. And then you're just going to cut tails. So I start at the corner and I go in at an angle. I start at the other corner and I meet that kind of like in the center. This one needs to go up just a little bit more. If you have a punch that can do that for you, great. I do not. So there is our little tail. Look how simple and cute that is. Isn't that so cute? And then when you slide it on, see? Isn't that adorable? So for the sake of the video, I'm gonna set it like that so you guys can see up against that white. So what I was thinking about doing is maybe doing something with an animal, because I think little critters on things are super cute. So let me find this real quick. I have these. Look how adorable these little cats are. And I got this for $1 at, don't make me think, Dollar General. So I think we're gonna use one of these guys and some cute embellishments to make this. I think they're gonna look super cute. The thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little strip of washi to bring in the red. And I'm going to, you could put it at the top or you could put it, I like to bring it down here. I just think it brings a little something, something. Okay. Then we'll take him. Oh, that one's cute. Or this one. I really like this one. I think we're going to do this one. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do him. I'm going to put him back because I have a couple little pieces that I want to add to bring in like the clustered look. So over here, I'm going to cut one of those. And I also have one of these snowflakes that I think would look super cute. Okay, so let me cut one of these so that we can make a cute little cluster. And we'll take this little snowflake and we'll put it right, well, let's see, if we put the cat on the side, let's put the snowflake up here like that. And then we can take like this. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I like that. Let's see if we can add one more. Okay, so we already used that and we already used that, but I found this. And out of my Christmas cards, I always save this portion because I think that it looks so antique and they stamp it really, really cute. So I might cut that. And then I found two little stars. So let me see this one first. And I just kind of make it look wonky. Is wonky even a word? But you know, so that doesn't have like such harsh lines. It might be too big. I don't know. We'll see. If we don't use it in this, we might be able to use it in the page flag. Okay, and then like if I tucked in a little star here and maybe a little star there. Yeah, this is too big, but I like the stars, but I think I'm gonna glue them on separate. So what I do, instead of gluing these on to give it a little something something, I use my stapler. So let's pull this off. Okay. We'll do this like this. Okay, take my stapler and we'll go right in here. All right, then it's adhered. And we'll take this. We'll cut these off. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, it's already looking adorable. Already. Okay, and then where's our kitty? Right here. So let's stick our little kitty like right here. Oh, she looks so stinking cute. So ready. Oh, so cute, so cute, so cute. Okay, then I really like, oh, and you know what? I found this too. I want to add these stars, but I found this one lone little red dot, and I think it'll look super cute, like tucked right in there to pop in a little red. And then I'm going to take some of my little tacky glue here, and I'm going to add just a dot, and we'll put one here. And we're going to add the little sequins. Put one there. And the other one there. Look, that literally took like what, 5 minutes? I love these so much. They're so much fun to put together. They're just adorable. And you can make a bunch of these, okay? So there is our adorable little Christmas embellishment page flag. So pop that one. Look. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, I just find that so adorable. So that is how you make page flags for your journal. For these, you can use flat paper. You don't have to necessarily use doilies, but I feel like doilies, they make the cutest gosh darn little page toppers. So I have this doily, and I picked these up from Dollar Tree. Then I have these ones that are more like cardstock. And then I also have these, which are the 8-inch doilies. And I think you use these for like cooking and stuff like that. But for me, like, it doesn't matter. But I think we're just going to use this red one. I really, really like the pop of red. I really, really like it. So the very first thing, of course, that you're going to do is just fold it in half. You're just going to make sure, though, that it's lined up. And you don't want to glue these because you want to be able to slip these over the tops or the sides. Because like I said, you can make them, you know, side. You can put them on the side of your notebook or at the top of your notebooks, however you decide to do it. But these are adorable. And we can use bigger things. So on this particular one, I ran a piece of washi up at the top just to pop in some of that red color. But since this one is already colored, I don't think I'm going to use washi at all. But because this is bigger, this is the perfect time to be able to use the bigger stickers, which I have quite a few of these like bigger stickers. So like, see Santa, he would be cute. Or if you want to do something that just says something, like here's one that says Merry, winter wishes, you know, bigger stickers work for stuff like this. I have this pack of these bigger stickers. These are considered like window clings, but guys, you can totally make these work for stickers. So I was thinking either the Santa Claus mug, the snowman mug, the gingerbread, or this little car. So I'm gonna take these out of the package and we're gonna see which one we like best. And I also want to show you that, do you see this little decal right here where it says Christmas house? It looks like a little decal. I got it from the packaging. Guys, you would be shocked. I have packaging saved. I'm going to show you how to use candy boxes and packaging and stuff like this to use as embellishments in your journals. Keep your junk. I'm actually going to cut that out. I don't know if I'll use it in this particular one, but I will definitely use it. Look how cute that is. That looks like an expensive piece of ephemera that I got for something that you would throw away, because all you really want is the stickers. But I'm telling you, your junk, your junk. Keep your scraps and your junk. Okay, so let's pull these out. Okay. What would look best with the red? I'm not sure the car would do good because it's already red. And the Santa mug is really red too. Oh, but the reindeer might. I didn't even consider him. Cookies for Santa. That would definitely look great. But I really like the reindeer. I think I'm going to do the reindeer, guys. Okay, so because I want him to stick above the doily, I'm actually going to cut him out. I'm just going to fussy cut this little guy out. Yes, he's adorable. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. Okay, so we want to find some cute embellishments for this guy. So we liked, where did my little piece go? Here it is. We got like the little stamp. We'll cover like up the American flag. We'll let it show just a little, something like that. Then I have this piece. Let's see. Maybe something like that. So I want to use another one of these. No. Okay, so I have these pine cones and these little trees that I'm going to try to add. So we're going to pick this all up and we're going to, let's bring this little over here and this little guy over here. All right, let me see. What if we use this tall pine cone to stick out like that? And okay, then I'm going to take my stapler and we're going to staple all that together. Look how stinking cute. You could open this back up, put your little cluster where you want it, and then staple it again to this. And then it isn't going anywhere. Do I want to do that? Do I want to add another little staple? We could make an X. Okay, let's see how we can do that. Let's see. So if this is closed, I want it about here. Okay. So we'll take the staple gun, we'll bring it back up, and we're going to make a little X right over. Just remember to open this, because if you staple it like this, then you're going to staple your little flap closed, and then you won't be able to put this over the top or the side of your page. Okay, so now that's attached. But to add a little extra, I'm just going to put a little tiny dot of wet glue in the back here just to give it a little extra security. Okay. All right, one's here, and we could add like one here, and we can take another green one and maybe add it like right here, and maybe another one like up in here. Okay, to bring a little sparkle. And then I like taking like baker's twine. I don't think that's the right color. Let me see what other colors I have and I'll be right back. And we'll put it right here. Okay, and we'll do it kind of like to the side. Okay, we'll let that dry. And that will dry clear, like you won't be able to see that. But look how stinking cute that is, guys. Look at this. Isn't that adorable? My goodness. Okay, so we're gonna recreate one of these. So you want to take your ribbon and bring it and like lay it across. When you go to do this, twist and pull up through so that when they come through, they're visible the right way. Okay, see, because we twisted it, now they're visible into the front. And you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. You're going to take it, do a little twist, and then pull it through the other side. But they'll be visible like this. Okay, just like this. And you're going to pull tight. Now, when I make these, I always add glue. Always, 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 so that they stay nice and permanent. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue and add it right up in here and then pull tight. And that'll make sure that those stay together. Just like that. Okay. And then, of course, this needs cut for sure. Okay, so this is a pretty good length. So what I try to do is I try to cut them on an angle. Like that. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. So I'll do like that. And then this one's a little shorter. So I'll do that. And then I'm just going to put them together and pull. Okay, so that glue will stick. Okay. Alrighty, and then there you go. You have your paperclip page toppers. Okay, so I talked about this at the beginning that I want to see if I can't make this into a journal charm. And I think I absolutely can. If I can get one of these untwisted, which I have my little pliers. Oh no, I think I'm gonna be able to do it just fine. Okay, because I'm gonna reuse this. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make it look cuter, of course. We're gonna take some beads and we're gonna put them, let's see, they're gonna slip over. We might have to use this one first, then that one. Let's see, can we get it to go through? Yes, we can. Yeah, alrighty. These are just cheap beads from the Dollar Tree. And we're just gonna make them look cuter. That's all we're doing, is just making this look cuter. Okay, so we're gonna stick this back through and bring that all the way. Oh, no, we need to do it the other way. We're gonna stick this back through. And there you go, look how cute that looks. It looks so stinking cute, I love that. Okay, and then we stick it back through. Yeah, we can have those dangle. Okay, that works great. Perfect. All right, and then I have this little claw clasp, which I'm going to take this piece off because it's just way too big, and we're going to use the smaller one. So we're just going to open this. There we go. We're going to take this little piece. Okay, and we're going to open it. Actually, I don't need to open it because it'll just go right through. Go right through. Okay, so, and I want that to hang a little. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to stick this one back up through. That would be smart, Busy. Okay, put this through and put this one through. All right, let me make my knot. Okay, I'm going to turn this over. And I'm going to take my glue and I'm actually going to glue this down. Okay, maybe add just a little bit more glue. Okay, so I need to let that dry and then I'll come back and show you everything put together. All right, guys, look at all of this cute embellishments. I love how everything turned out. So I just want to let you guys know, if you are interested in purchasing any of my journal embellishments for Christmas, they're going to be listed in my Etsy shop. But when you go in, they're going to be blind. What that means is they're made to order. So if you want one of these page toppers, you necessarily can't request this one, but I'm going to make one for you to order. And they will look very similar to this. So you don't know what you're going to get. It's going to be a surprise, but it's going to be a cutesy Christmas page topper. Same thing goes with my, whether it's a journal charm or a keychain charm, or my page flags. Same exact thing. This is the new one that I just created. Isn't it adorable with the gingerbread men? And then we did the one with the kitty, and then I have the one up there with the candy canes. And then I created this one. Look how stinking cute. You guys won't know what you're going to get. It's going to be a surprise, but they're going to look just like this. And then also I'm going to be selling some of these. I don't know which one, I don't know what we'll call them. We'll call them like paperclip tassels. How about that? Paperclip tassels. Then I also wanted to show you too that I'll be selling some of these, which are just paperclip charms. So you'll just put this at the top. So I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to be selling some of those. Again, you don't know what you're going to be getting. It's all going to be blind, but because it's just easier for me to list it as one thing, like just Christmas journal toppers or Christmas charms or Christmas page flags, and then just put a number and then I'll make them to order. So as I get orders, I will make them and ship them to you. They're not pre-made. I will make them to order. And then I wanted to show you my little guy. Look, isn't that cute? I added the beads and the little claw clip, and I'm going to attach this to my journal. And I only have 2 more of these, so there's going to be a limited amount of these. But I'm going to do the exact same thing with these 2, and I'm going to sell them on my Etsy shop too. They're going to look just like this. They're going to look just like this, and then you'll have a claw clip, so you'll be able to attach it to your journal or wherever you want to attach it to. I'm personally going to use mine on my journal. But I think this turned out so cute. But this is what the back is going to look like, because you have to use a lot of glue so that it stays like this. So you have the dangles on the side and the claw clip. But I'm going to attach that to my journal and show you what it looks like. So there is going to be a limited amount of these. I'm only going to be able to sell 2 of these. But all of this stuff I only have 3 of these large ones. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell them or not. We'll see. But as far as these go, these ones, I will also make them to order. So you don't know what ribbon you'll be getting, but you'll be getting cutesy stuff like this. And then also I'm going to be doing things like this too with safety pins, but adding different charms and things like that too. So I just wanted to show you guys all of my journal embellishments that I will be offering on my Etsy, but like I said, they're made to order. You can't specifically ask, I want a cat one, I want a dog one, I want this. You're not going to know what you're getting, but this is my style. This is basically what it's going to look like. So let me pull out my journal and show you what these all look like in the journal. All right, so we got my December dailies. So we'll just turn to like this page because it's pretty bare. We'll take the little reindeer guy that we made and we'll stick him at the top to show you. So now we have an adorable page topper. Tell me that does not look adorable. Look at that. So stinking cute. I love it. Okay, and then we'll take the little gingerbread guy that I just made, and we'll use him as a little page flag, and we'll put him right here. Look how cute. As a journal embellishment. Is that not stinking adorable? OMG. I just love it. Okay, and then I'll turn this page, and what we can do is we can take this and stick it on that, and that will stick out right there. Isn't that so cute? Just love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, and then I want to show you these two. So these are adorable. You would just stick them at the top, and then you have a little charm. Isn't that cute? And then I'm going to add my charm, my little gingerbread charm here, to my little loop that I talked about in the beginning. Let's see, I want it to hang. How cute. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Look how stinking cute that is. That turned out so adorable. Look at that. I love how that looks. That is so cute. So there's my little charms. So I just wanted to show you guys. I just wanted to show you that this is what the page flags look like in your journals. There's the page toppers. We have our adorable little paper clips. And all of the fun embellishments. So I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It gave you some ideas. If you got a crafty bone in your body and you love to create things like this, these things are so simple and they add so much flair and joy and just creativity to your pages. But if you love all this stuff and you don't have the time, or maybe you don't have, I get told this all the time, like, Missy, I don't have a creative bone in my body, but I love all this stuff and I want to make a journal. Check out my Etsy shop. I'll make them for you and get them out to you. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you walk away inspired and ready for Christmas. I'm getting so excited, and I will be talking to you in another video very soon. And as I always say, take care of you and stay creative. Bye, friends.